We all see the screenshots on Twitter. Someone turns $500 into $50,000 overnight on a coin named after a dog or a meme. It looks easy. It looks like free money. But there's a side to crypto that most creators won't show you because it's not flashy and it doesn't get views. It's the side where people, real people, lose their entire life savings in a matter of hours. I know this because I was one of them. I didn't lose money because the technology failed. I lost it because I was arrogant, emotional, and uneducated. Today, I'm putting my ego aside to show you the exact mistakes I made that cost me thousands of dollars. If you're watching this, you're likely making at least one of these right now. Let's make sure you don't end up as another statistic in the market. Mistake number one is the classic, buying after the hype. In the world of crypto, we call this FOMO, the fear of missing out. My biggest losses didn't happen when the market was boring. They happened when everything was green. I remember seeing a specific altcoin pumping 40% every single day. Everyone on my timeline was talking about how it was the next big thing. I waited and watched for 3 days. On the fourth day, I couldn't take it anymore. I thought, if I don't buy now, I'm going to miss the boat to retirement. So I went all in at the very top. Within 2 hours of my purchase, the people who bought in weeks ago started selling. They used my buy order as their exit liquidity. The price crashed 60%, and I was left holding a bag that was worth a fraction of what I paid. The lesson is hard but simple. If you're hearing about a massive pump on social media, you're already too late. The money is made in the silence, not the noise. This leads me directly to mistake number two, trusting influencers. When you're new, you don't know who to listen to, so you look for the person with the most followers or the flashiest car. I used to think these people were experts. I thought they were giving me alpha or secret tips. What I didn't realize is that the crypto influencer space is often a pay-to-play game. Many of these creators are paid thousands of dollars by project developers to shill a coin to their audience. They don't care if the project has a future. They only care about their promotion fee. They buy in early, tell you to buy, and then dump their coins as the price rises from your buys. You aren't their community, you are their target. Always check if a project has actual utility or if it just has a loud marketing team. Mistake number three, having no plan. I used to buy coins with a vague hope that they would go to the moon. But what does that even mean? Is the moon a 2 times gain, a 10 times, a 100 times? Because I didn't have a specific target, I became a victim of my own greed. I once had a position that went up 300%. I was ecstatic. I started calculating what I could buy with that money, but instead of clicking sell and locking in that life-changing profit, I told myself, it's going higher, I'll sell when it doubles again. It never doubled again. It crashed back to my entry price, and eventually I sold it for a loss. Hope is not a strategy. Before you even click buy, you need to know exactly where you're clicking sell. Whether the market goes up or down, you need a predetermined plan so your emotions don't take the driver's seat. This is perhaps the most dangerous mistake I ever made, investing money I actually needed for my real life. When you see people making fast gains, you start to get math brain and you think, if I put my rent money in for just 3 days, I can double it and pay my rent for the whole year. This is a recipe for disaster. The moment you invest money you can't afford to lose, you lose your ability to think rationally. Every time the price drops 1%, your heart rate spikes. You can't sleep, you're checking your phone at 3 a.m., and you're constantly stressed. Because I needed that money by a certain date, I couldn't wait for the market to recover when it dipped. I was forced to sell at the bottom just to cover my bills. Crypto is high risk. If you can't afford to see that money go to zero and still be okay, you shouldn't be in the market. Mistake 5 is panic selling during normal volatility. Crypto isn't like the stock market. In the stock market, a 5% drop is a bad day. In crypto, a 20% drop is just a Tuesday. Early on, I didn't understand this. I would see a giant red candle on the chart and assume the project was dying. Fear would take over and I'd sell everything to save what was left. Almost every single time, the market would bottom out exactly where I sold and then rocket back up. I was essentially paying a fear tax to the market. Now, I understand that dips are part of the game. If you can't watch your portfolio drop 30% without panicking, you haven't done enough research on what you're buying. Mistake number 6 was focusing on the price of a coin rather than its market cap. I used to look at coins that were priced at $0.000001 and think, if this just goes to $1, I'll be a billionaire. I didn't understand that for some of those coins to hit $1, there would need to be more money in that one coin than exists in the entire world. Scammers love to make coins cheap because it attracts beginners who don't understand supply and market capitalization. Don't look at the price per coin, look at the total valuation. A coin at $100 can be a much better deal than a coin at $0.0001. Finally, mistake 7, treating crypto like a lottery ticket. I wanted results now. I wanted to quit my job by next month. This impatience made me take high leverage trades and buy into risky shitcoins that had no value. The truth is, the people who actually get rich in crypto are the ones who are patient. They find solid projects like Bitcoin or Ethereum. They buy during the boring times when nobody is talking about it, and they wait years, not days. Crypto is a marathon, not a sprint. Once I stopped trying to get rich overnight, I actually started making consistent money. Losing money hurts, but it's also the best teacher I've ever had. I made these mistakes so you don't have to. If you're currently down on your portfolio, don't give up. Just start making better decisions. Stop following the hype, make a plan, and be patient. If you found this helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And if you want more real, transparent crypto content without the fake hype, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.